It's time again for the Insiders with Chuck Chvala and Scott Jensen, sponsored by the Wisconsin Counties Association and the Tommy G. Thompson Center on Public Leadership.
Hi, I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And we're the Insiders. So, Scott, there is a little bit of a Wisconsin flavor to the Trump administration. Sean Duffy is getting the warm hug from Tammy Baldwin and looks like he's headed for easy nomination. But there are others, and the Duffy thing is interesting. So give me your take on this. You'll know what's going on.
Well, it was exciting to see what the bipartisan support for the Duffy nomination and to see Tammy Baldwin out there supporting him and helping him getting votes in the state Senate or the United States Senate. So that's exciting. I think Duffy's going to be off. He'll be easily confirmed, off to a good start. And I think that's going to be good news for Wisconsin, right? I mean, it's very important for us what kind of revenues we get from the federal government for the transportation network in this state. So we're kind of lucky to have somebody in that position. We've got a couple other people, though, too, who are in interesting positions to influence the Trump administration. One is Reince Priebus, who doesn't hold an official position, but is playing an important role in the transition, is prepping people for their hearings, is helping vet people, helping the administration with the appointment process. That's a lot of power because personnel equals policy when it comes to politics. So that's an interesting take. And then last of all, John Hiller, who some people may remember, is now a special assistant to the president and is handling the White House advance team. You may think that's just a matter of getting the president around from one place to another and setting up the stage, whatever. But an administration's visuals come from the White House advance office. The master of it was Michael Deaver during the Reagan administration. The White House advance office sometimes is more important in communicating the message of the administration than the entire communications team there. The pictures you saw in the last 40 years in American politics were set up by the White House advance office, and a Wisconsinite is in charge of that. So we've got our hands in all sorts of interesting things there.
Yes, and Deaver and from the old days, all these Hiller, these names, Reince Priebus, these are people who did it for a long time and have done it a lot, and they will do, I think, a very good job. And Wisconsin is always producing good people to be able to help out do those things. To me, the most interesting of it, though, is Duffy. Why is that? Because especially with a president like Donald Trump, it's true with every president, but particularly with him. He's not paying attention to details. Frankly, he's not even paying attention to the big stuff. But Duffy will have a great deal of flexibility, especially in an area like transportation, to do things. And we're hopeful, all of us in Wisconsin, that he will pay particular attention to Wisconsin. I think it was really smart for Tammy Baldwin to embrace him. I think it's smart for the entire Wisconsin delegation to be supportive. Why? Because he is hopefully going to feel positively about his home state to begin with. Add to that, and let's see what can be done. Tammy Baldwin has always been someone who's prided herself on bringing home the bacon, and she realized this is an opportunity. Hey, this isn't Hegseth. This isn't, Matt Gaetz. Let's get on board with our guy, and let's make sure that he helps out Wisconsin. And I think that if there's one place where you can really get a lot done for your communities and a lot of money back to your state that makes a difference, it's transportation. People underestimate it. And it's something that's really valuable. So my hat's off to Tammy for being smart on this. My hat's off to Duffy on getting the job. And I think it'll be very good for Wisconsin, as Scott says.
Go Badgers.
Go Badgers. See you next time.
You've been listening to The Insiders with Chuck Chvala and Scott Jensen, sponsored by the Wisconsin Counties Association and the Tommy G. Thompson Center on Public Leadership.